Welcome back. On Sunday the 18th, about 600 executives from movie theaters, broadcasting companies, and sport-related entities watched the first ever 3D broadcast of an NBA game. In an effort to increase viewership of NBA games, officials of the National Basketball Association decided to host these executives in special screening rooms at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, in the hopes that these executives will have an enjoyable experience and then decide to help spread 3D viewership of NBA games. Currently, only about 700 of the 37,000 movie screens in the United States are equipped with 3D projection systems. The number is only that high because of recent animated 3D movies such as Chicken Little and soon-to-be-released Beowulf. The NBA executives who organized this event hope that people who watched it had an enjoyable experience sitting in a crowded room with cheap, mass-produced glasses, because if they did, NBA games may soon be brought to a theater near you in 3D. On Tuesday the 13th, U.S. District Judge Sam Sparks ruled that MySpace, the well-known social networking website, was not obliged to verify the age of every user who registers for the website, even though not doing so can open the doors for sexual predators. A 13-year-old girl from Texas says she was sexually assaulted by a 19-year-old man she met on the website, who claimed to be a senior in high school. In the lawsuit her family filed against MySpace, they claimed that the site did not have any measures to protect the children who use the site. Of course, MySpace users who claim to be under 16 must approve a friend request of any other user who wants to view their profile, which leaves those profiles more private. That said, users can befriend whomever they want to, as long as the decision is mutual. Because of this loophole in the safeguard MySpace administrators tried to enact, the site can claim that users under the age of 16 are safe from predators, even though it is very easy to circumvent this protection. In this particular case, the judge ruled that if MySpace were to attempt to verify the age of every user, the site's business would stop dead in its tracks. This, obviously, is what many worried parents and others want to happen. Electronic voting booths, which are usually kept under the watchful eye of many a government official, are now being sold online at rock-bottom prices. Princeton University computer science professor and electronic voting critic Andrew Appel managed to find and buy five $5,000 Sequoia electronic voting machines for a mere $82. He has since taken them apart to look for security holes. Not only did he get full rights to the machines, but he is legally allowed to reverse engineer the firmware that runs the machines, because he now owns the machines. Appel bought them at govdeals.com, a site that sells confiscated and surplus equipment obtained by the U.S. government. According to Appel, this specific model has been widely used in hundreds of counties in the United States for around 20 years. Having been in the property of county governments for that long, he says, it is a stretch to assume that nobody has had a chance to fool around with them. Now, he says, it is definitely not true. He also says that in his particular machines, at the very least, many of the security measures Sequoia claimed to have embedded simply were not there. I'm Michael Gorman, and that was all the news you needed to know.
And now, the Half Hour News Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, good evening. With last fall's bitter recount behind us, my Democratic opponent, Howard Dean, finally getting the medical attention he has so desperately needed for so long. We move forward as a nation. Some say is more divided than ever before. As president, I hereby promise you, the American people, 4 years or more of Commander-in-Chief excellence. Not a moment too soon. After just 2 years of a Democrat Congress, America's international reputation is a shambles. Our economy teeters on the brink of collapse. And Cindy Sheehan's cross-country shooting spree still fresh in our memories. Still, be of good cheer, my friends. America's best days are still ahead of her, now that the grown-ups are back in charge. Yes, Rosemary.
Mr. President, the Vice President is here.
Oh, great. Send the Vice President in, please.
Mr. President?
Madam Vice President, welcome to the Oval Office. Great column this week.
Thank you.
You, like to join me in a cigar?
Isn't the White House a smoke-free zone?
Not anymore. Yes, Rosemary?
Mr. President, Nancy Pelosi on line 1.
Pelosi? How did she get this number? Well, take a message. And now, my fellow Americans, stay tuned to the half-hour news hour coming up next right here on the Fox News Channel.
And if you don't, we'll invade your country, kill your leaders, and convert you to Christianity.
Easy, Madam Vice President. Good night. God bless you, and may God bless the